Hi everyone, welcome back to MJS Coaching Football, and thank you for watching my channel. I do really appreciate it. I apologize, it's been a while since I've done a new video that is. Recruiting is always going on, but it's slowed down somewhat here for the class of 26, but now of course we're getting ready for the class of 27 visits. Never ends, but it's why we do it. So today in this video, I want to go over with you one of the ways that we teach just simply what we call pursuit layered tackling, and we just call it own the angle tackle drill. I'm sure that many of you have done it, might even call it this, right? But what we're trying to do and what we do in every tackling drill is we incorporate the pursuit angle into it. Okay, and we make sure that the players understand, so it always connects the dots. Okay, so make sure it shows up on game day and on your film. So I'll first talk about the setup of the drill, what the letters mean, the rotations, and then the fine coaching points of what it is we're trying to accomplish in this own the angle drill. Okay, so first up, the LT, MT, and RT, left tackler, middle tackler, right tackler, right? Boom, done. Try and keep it simple. And BC is the ball carrier. So when you look down here, the rotation is clockwise. So the ball carrier, after they sprint through the 10-yard line, don't stop before that, they become the right tackler. The right tackler becomes the middle tackler becomes the left tackler, and the left tackler goes to the back of the line. Next guy up's the ball carrier. Okay? So if it's just one coach available, coach stands here. If there's multiple coaches, there's at least one here, and then the other takes a different vantage point, obviously. Okay? So what we're incorporating here is also parts of the run fits in order to stop a running play, whatever it might be. Your force defender, your press inside-out defender, and then your backside overlap defender. Okay? And obviously we don't have game saver and all of that, but, probably the three most important, right, when you're in, especially an inside the box, B gap to B gap running play, okay, that's what we're working on here. So make sure you explain that to your players, okay? And so the setup is you always need markers. We have flat cones that we call them dots, so they don't get kicked around, and they're very easy. You step on them, they don't break. They're actually made of a rubbery type substance, rubber plastic type. So I always have tangible landmarks, make it easy for you guys to line up. Okay, you can do it a number of ways. I just have it set up this way. Okay, so they're 10 yards apart. The middle tackler is in the middle. There's a dot there, 2 yards ahead. Okay, now if the coach standing here, the first time you go through this, and it might even be the whole period of this tackle drill, the defenders face the ball carrier, okay? And the coach just points which way he wants the ball carrier to go. It's either this way or this way. Ball carrier, we don't want you running out crazy. We want you sprinting at, if the coach points to the right tackle, sprint at him. If the coach points to the left tackle, sprint at him, okay? And then the drill starts when the ball carries. So the coach, depending on the level that you're coaching at, you might have to point, tell the ball carrier when to go. You may not have to, right? So you're going to have to adjust that based upon the level you're coaching, your players, etc. Okay, so in this diagram, I have the ball carrier sprinting at the right tackle. Once he starts sprinting, because this alerts the right tackle now that he's the force guy, he's going to take an angle, okay, to press the near hip, okay, to him and make sure the ball carrier must cut back. He cannot allow the ball carrier to cross his face. And so we tell a ball carrier, if this guy isn't getting up there the way he's supposed to be enforced, then run right across his face. And now these two guys have to adjust their pursuit. So the drill doesn't stop. Everybody goes until they cut the butt, simulate the tackle, which I'll go over shortly. Okay, just to answer that question. If in this case, the right tackler does the job properly, then when we say simulate the tackle and cop a free feel, we mean say drop the hips, near foot up, boom, simulate with your arms like this. And the cop the feel is you should be clipping the near hip. Okay, there should actually might even be a little bit of a bump. There shouldn't be any air there. Okay, I know some people have palms down, touch, this and that. It's not how you tackle. Okay, I'm not saying that's the wrong way to do the drill. I'm just saying the way we do it, we want them simulating with their arms on every single tackle drill that we do. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So the right tackler who just became the forced defender because the ball's sprinting at him, he executes it. He sprints, okay? And then he'll peel back to become the middle tackler. Now the middle tackler reacts. He comes downhill first. We're downhill. And then he adjusts the angle as the hip's running away from him, and he presses his near hip, which is the inside hip. Okay, so you end up with a vice. Outside, forcing back to the inside, the pursuit, right? That's what happens in a game. The left tackle, when he sees the play is away from him, so now he becomes the overlap guy, he's going to sprint at an angle, so should the ball carrier get through these tacklers, he's in a position to finish it off. So as you're running by, it's that Seahawk tackle, cutting the butt because we don't want the head in the tackle. Okay? So from wherever they're located, meaning he's up here, he'll peel back to the middle. The middle, after he cuts the butt, he'll peel back here. The left tackler in this case, as he cuts the butt, he'll peel back to the back of the ball carrier line, and the ball carrier fits up here. And just make sure everybody gets there ASAP so we're ready to rock. If you have a lot of numbers and you're trying to do this with everybody on your defense, you set up 3, 4 stations, whatever you're able to do coaching-wise. Okay? The last thing I want to go over with you is once your guys get the feel of this isn't something I would suggest at the lower levels to do right away. I would wait until, if you only have a preseason, maybe the halfway point. Make sure they understand the pursuit pieces first. They're part of the run fits first before you do this, okay? And all the proper tackling techniques and everything else. At our level, we can do this very early. We do it in the spring and preseason and then the fall as well, okay? So whether it's the second rep, the second day, when you think they're ready, have the tackles line up and the rotations say everything's the same, okay? Except now they turn and face away from the ball carrier, backs to the ball carrier. So now the coach is here telling the ball carrier which way to go, and then he's got to give them some kind of a signal. We like to use hit because that's what we do in football, and especially on defense, we hit. Okay, so on hit, they'll flip around. It doesn't matter which way, left or right. Flip around, and now they got to locate the ball carrier and react. First time you do it that way, okay, here you might see both the outside, the left and the right tackle is thinking it's coming. That's okay. If he starts up the field here, now get into your overlap course, pursuit angle. Okay? If he's a little slow, but now it's coming to him, boom, get shot out of a cannon, right? So it's easy to overcome. Just as we always say, hey, man, adapt, adjust, overcome. Let's go. Okay? So any questions at all about this drill or anything else for that matter, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com because I'd love to talk football with you.